Right. Whoops. You can talk to me whenever you want. Good. Fine. I'm on now. Don't worry about it. You can talk to me, dear. I'm not gonna like ignore you. Now and again. Now and again. How did I get the chat on last time? Sure it. Now and again. Ah. There it is. There it is. Right. So I also needed to do something while we're just getting set up. Move that down a bit. Move it down. See, I don't know about this, you know, it's a bit... It is what it is. It is what it is for the evening, until we have it where it's nice and smooth. There's not a lot we can do about it. But, yes, we are here talking about Alpha Clash. As usual, we are doing... We are moving that from there to... And then we're going to need to get rid of that completely. And then we're going to remove that as well. And then we're going to add a nice existing video capture device in the top corner there. And a window capture. Window capture 2, yeah. It can be, we need to have that open. Why can't I copy that window? Let's try it. There we go. Picked it up now. And we need to move the Discord across back to here. And we're going to do it. So what we need to do is move this over here. Discord needs to come back to here. And the chat. There we go. Chat needs to move into there. And then we can go into here and find the correct... God, it looks terrible, doesn't it? It does look terrible. Wonder if it's worth just switching back to Billy Basics. We'll figure that out in a minute. Let's just figure this out first. Cards only spoilers. There we go. So we're going to talk about the cards that have been announced completely from the very start all the way through. We're going to talk about some other bits, some pieces here and there. Let's get rid of that custom themes thing because it's a little bit silly. But yeah. So we'll get into this a bit more in depth in about 10-15 minutes or so. We'll just see if some people join in. Come and say hello. See what we're all about. We are... I'm going to have a mess about with this a bit more because it just doesn't look good, does it? It looks fine. I don't know why. See, that's a bit better when you sit further back. Is it the lighting? Is it because it's directly on it? Oh, see, now that's gone completely to whack. Whoa, okay, we've completely messed that up now. Let's redo this. Oh, wow. Okay, I'm really messing this up, sorry. Oh. It's all great. Do you know what the easiest way around this is? We, for the time being, remove that. And then we are going to add something else. Going to add that. Oh, technicalities, eh? Technicalities. I did see a chat pop up then. Who we got? Mr. O'Donnell, nice to see you. How are you, sir? Camera, that one is locked. Why is it locked? Is it because I put that in there? Let's remove that. Go back to this. We're having technical issues, Danny. We will be with you soon enough. We just need to work out what's using the camera and why. We're all professional here, as we know. We are trying to get cameras to work, but for whatever reason, it doesn't want to do it. Why, oh, why will you not work? See, we bought a new green screen. I say bought, I and the team bought I acquired one of these stand things for like conventions, and we purchased a small green screen For whatever reason, it's not liking it at the moment. So I'm just fiddling around trying to get the bugger to work. But it's being a bit of a pain, as you can see. But either way, how are you? How was your game with Tom? I believe it was a 2-0 victory, if I'm not mistaken. See, the chroma key's working fine on there, but it doesn't seem to want to work on the actual stream. It's all a bit blurred like that. I don't really understand why, in all honesty. That change anything? Well, that's a bit better. Might just have to suffer with it for the evening. But it is what it is. So, apologies if you can hear the rugby in the background. My wife's watching the ladies, and we're not stopping her doing anything she wants to do, because that's just wrong. Yeah, I don't know why it's fuzzy. Because when you go to the, I mean, I can't show you it because it's not, I can't like do it on the screen, but when you look at the settings, it's clear as crystal. But then when it goes into like this bit around my head, it goes all fuzzy. Strange. I don't know what it is. The only thing I can think is it's lighting. It will work and it will be fine. We won't have an issue. We'll just deal with it. I don't need that window there. That's better there. And that's better there. That's much better. That's set up a bit nicer now. Right. So yes. Yeah. How was your game against Tom? 2-0 victory for Talk. I think that's. Ooh. Well, we'll see in the league update. It's been a shake-up of the table this week, I'll tell you that much. The table has been shaken up. So we're just going to have a little chat and, you know, talk about some of the new cards that have been organised. I've got a semi-special... Oh! I've read this and it's great. And I'm going to do a video on it, but we can talk about it. We can talk about it. I won't show anything off because it's technically not for release. AJ was very nice and gave me a copy for review copy, I suppose you can call it. It's Krundex, man. They're horrible. They're horrible to play against. Absolutely awful. Yeah, it is giving me an early copy of the comic. I've read it. I've also got my promotional cards. So we're going to have a look at them a bit more closer in depth later. We've got a load of stuff to talk about because there's been so much that's been announced and ideas floating about. Atlas, good evening. How are you? Atlas, you are... I recognise your name and I want to say... Where's Atlas from? Who's Atlas? Is Atlas Matt on Steam? Possibly. If Atlas is Matt on Steam, it would make sense that Atlas is Matt on YouTube. Possibly. We'll see when he comes back. But good evening either way. Welcome. Yeah, so we've got some cards to talk about. The best Flare player in the country. It is indeed Matt, yes. Good evening, Gravecrawler. How are you? Thank you for the latest comment on the latest video. Very nice of you. Yeah, we had a bit of a interesting one this week. So the league's been shaken up on your bye week there, Gravecrawler. You're coming back into a mess. But we'll go over that more tomorrow. We're not going over that tonight. I could talk for ages about that tonight, but I'm not going to. we've got cards to talk about tonight and comic books. Because I'm very good, thank you. I was just showing off my advanced review copy that I've read today, and it's very good. It's very enjoyable, and it leaves you wanting more. That is it. That's all I can say about it. I can't show you anything. I don't know what they call it. I suppose it would be... what do they call them? Non-disclosure things, I guess it's called. But yeah. It's being released Monday, so the video of my spoiler-free review will be out probably Tuesday, I would imagine. Maybe Wednesday, give people a chance to read it, even though it will be spoiler-free. But yeah, we've got loads of cards to go through. So, and then, I mean, I reckon it's worth listening to it for reading. So, the comic is released Monday. If you've bought them through us, they will be going out Monday or Tuesday. Not 100% on that yet, but you should have it by the end of next week, along with your spicy cards. And as far as the audiobook goes, I don't think it matters. The comic is a prequel, so you can listen to the audiobook without really giving too much away. You will give away one bit of the book, but it's nothing that's mad and you wouldn't find out anyway. Yours, Gravecrawler, has definitely been added to the list of people that have got them. Dan and Tara are organising it. I know your name's on the list. I've seen your name on the list, so don't worry. It has been confirmed you are getting one. There will be someone in touch with you at some point to get your postal address. Same with you, Danny, but I think you said you're collecting yours, and Tom's are getting sent across to him, and the new chap, he's on there. Can't remember who else. It's a fairly long list. Check the Discord. It's in there, I think. Let me double look. Yes, it's in the Discord on the comic book orders page. It's only a PayPal thing, and it's all the details are on there. Yes, I did think you were coming to get yours yourself. But yeah, if it is a postal thing, it'll be as soon as we've got it. It will be sent through to you as soon as we can. We've bought all the packaging and stuff now, so they can get transferred as safely as we can get them transferred. Your cards will come pretty much like this. So you'll have 2 cards in a top loader, back to back, and you will have 2 top loaders in the package with your comic. But yes, there shouldn't be any issues with deliveries and stuff. It unfortunately it will all depend on where we end up sending from. At the moment, I believe the plan is DPD. Like I say, I'm not really that much involved in it, in the distribution and like payment side. I'm more the media guy, for lack of a better way of describing it. It's really good. Like I say, I read it today. It's really cool, and the card is lovely. And the fact that, I mean, we all know there was 4 different versions of the card. I personally think we've got the best looking version. Might be a bit biased, but I don't care. Talking of cards, let's have a look at some cards, shall we? Let's have a look at some cards. So, where are we going? We're going there. We're going to go there. We're going to go there. And we are going to... How do I... Transition. Bam. There we go. So, just gonna... Oop, wrong one. Wrong one. Needed to do that. So, we're on the Discord. But we're going to go into the Alpha Clash Discord. Because we're going to have a look through the cards. Because I don't think we've had a chance to have a talk about them properly. I know Dan's been doing a really good job in posting them online. And this was obviously the first one they announced. The Solar Mace. I now know who this character is. That's all I'm saying, because like I said, no spoilers at all. I don't want to spoil anything for anyone. I know who this character is. It's cool. We're still missing a contender. I don't know when that contender will be. Now, my theory on the contender has changed. I was under the impression the last contender would be Entropy. The art is lovely, and if you like that art on this card, you will adore the whole book, because it just fits. And even my wife was like, this actually looks really nice. It's really glossy. It's just well done. They've done a really good job with it. Again, I'm going to end up talking about this bloody comic all the whole night because I'm super hyped for it, and I'm supposed to be doing a proper video about it. But but yeah, Solar Mace. So it's a weapon. Can't be put into play, which is interesting. Attached card gets +4, +0, breakthrough, and trigger challenge. Detach and attach Solar Mace, and your contender gains 4 health, which fits in neatly for the theme of the character. So, yes, I don't know how this is going to work. So my theory on the seventh contender, unless it's already been released and I've missed it, is it will be this chap, this girl, this elf. And that's it. That's what I'm saying. And I can't remember what that symbol meant, because there was the 3 different symbols, which we're still trying to work out how they're going to work. But I still reckon it's going to be like a rock, paper, scissors thing. That's my theory on this. Yes, art's lovely. This gives me real like Warcraft, Blood Elf, Paladin vibe, and that sort of idea. And it's just generically cool. And I would 100% say that someone on the art team was, or has at some point been a World of Warcraft player. I agree completely. I would be very interested, if the theory comes true that it is her, what her abilities will be. Again, without spoiling anything, she's got some interesting abilities in the book. So, in theory, should mean she has some nice, interesting abilities in the game. But yes. So again, I'm also thinking she's going to have some way of playing cards from Oblivion or from the like accessory zone or something like that. I don't know how they're working this in. There's one card that's done it where you can't put it into play. So, but it's pretty damn good. You're getting +4 attack and you're going to gain health from it. I think it's nice. We're not going to do Manhattan because it's one of the forgotten spoils, so we're not doing that. So this is the first contender that they announced, Iron Piston Steampunk. Now, I know Just One Pack has done a really good video on an Iron Piston combo that sounds really, really nasty, and I think it would be really nice to see how it goes. He strikes me, so again, you all watching this know I'm not the card deck building guy in the Teacups team. I like looking at art and playing games and having fun and making videos guy. So I look at it from a more basic standpoint, I guess, is the best way to describe it. And this guy screams Kilimanjaro on crack for me, because he's asking you to attack and you're getting bonuses from putting stuff into your Oblivion. Now, that's how Kilimanjaro works quite well. He gets bonuses from the more cards you have in your Oblivion. Action, banish 10 cards from your Oblivion to ready your contender and do it again. So the more you've got in your Oblivion, which would be an important for limited. That also means there are cards that would work with her, and or green, which will be important for limited. Don't know what you mean by that. But there is one thing I'm noticing with this game is it doesn't matter. So I've taken the standpoint that if your contender's black, you can just have a black contender and then put red, blue, green, orange, whatever you want in there, and it will still work. The only thing, unless it specifies your contender has to be this, like there's some Clash buffs, for instance, that specify it has to be a black contender, then of course that means. But there's so much freedom with deck building with this. Like I say, I'm not deck building guru. I'm not. I know what I like and I know what I want to happen with my decks, and I work around it and try and get it to work. And sometimes it works, as per the Pestilence deck I'm playing at the moment. My idea was there, I knew what I wanted, and I've made it work. But Dan and Liam they can look at these cards and go, oh, right, well, that's going to combo with this, that, and the other. And Just One Pack, like I say, he's done an absolutely great video with the Iron Piston guy and how you can, I think it worked out something like 20 damage in one turn. I mean, it was crazy amounts of damage. But yeah, art style, awesome. I like this steampunk dwarf guy piloting a mech suit. What's not to like? A dwarf piloting a mech suit with a drill and a saw blade on it. So, but yeah, and then banish 10 cards from your Oblivion to ready him up. So not only can you do your attack, you can then banish 10 cards and do your attack again. Obviously, that is limited to, well, you're probably limited to about 4 times, because I think after that, true, but I noticed this set has a lot involving the Oblivion. Yes, absolutely. Which I think is important, because if only some of the cards did, then I don't think it would create a good limited experience. Yeah, true. There does seem to be a lot of emphasis on playing around Oblivion this set. There absolutely is. Whether it's reanimating from or banishing from to boost or whatever it is, or playing cards that can literally only be played from Oblivion, and things like that. There's loads going on, and I think it's going to make for a very interesting experience with the new set, which I don't think anyone would mind me saying is we know will be at Leaky Teacup. We have seen I have seen the invoice that tells us it's definitely coming. We're still waiting on a firm price for the booster boxes. But we have 48, I believe it is, going to Leaky. So And then design limited, which will be interesting to see how well this one's. Yeah. So yeah, 48 going to Leaky that I don't think will hang around. We've got some Ummanas and Aras. I mean, I know I definitely will be picking at least one up. But I'm still waiting to hear the RRP yet. We just don't know. Can't confirm as of yet. Where else? What else are we doing? This is Thragor. So this is the first Clash buff they announced. Another one of the... I can't remember what the goddamn symbols were. And it's really going to bug me. And I'm going to have to look it up quickly before I go any further. Otherwise, I'm not going to get... Otherwise, it's just going to wind me up for the entire time. So... just while I'm trying to figure this out, unless someone in the chat wants to remind me what the symbols are, because I just can't remember. It was like, and oh no, it's completely gone out of my mind. Completely gone out of my mind. But they don't have anything on the website, and there's nothing in it that is giving me a clue as to what it is. Someone, please, Christ, tell me what it is. Otherwise, I'm looking like an absolute pro at this. Wait, pro? I'm not a pro. I'm an idiot. Okay. Have they got it in the comprehensive rulebook? So this is also a very interesting card. Again, once you've read the book, this seriously, since I've read this today, so much of these cards have become like, oh wow, okay. And like a lot of the artwork is ripped directly from it. Board game page, thank you. That's what I was thinking of. I knew there was something that had it on. Now I've got to find the bloody board game page. I knew there was something that had it on. Where's the board game? Cosmic Conquest. God, thank you. I knew someone would be able to tell me what it was. Sentinel Saviors and Destroyers. That was what it was. The Sentinel Saviors and Destroyers. Right, now I've reminded myself. Thank you, Gravecrawler, because that one was just gone out of my head. Didn't have a bloody clue what it was there. So, going back then. Oh yeah, oh, we forgot about these top three. It's because they got mixed in with these cards. It threw me out. Let's start here. Thragor the Unyielding. Card cannot attack if you control another Clash card. Trigger defeat, discard a card. Pretty self-explanatory. Nice black 3 cost. Thragor the Unyielding is different in this artwork, and that's all I'm saying. I prefer the old ways. Straight taken comic panel. Lovely bit of the story. Can't remember this dude's name. He's Percival something or other. He's the PvE only contender. He's talking to a main character in this. And send target attached weapon to Oblivion. Pretty neat. I don't, for 2, 1 black, I think that's pretty good, personally. Especially because from the spoils, weapon decks are going to be big, I think. Weapon and ambush are going to be the big ones to watch. So, right. Kargan, Fangin, Warden of the Inferno. Again, Kargan being like that, I don't know what this is getting at. I'm assuming this means something that's special to Kargan. I don't know. And I'm pretty sure that one is the Destroyer symbol. Contender has a weapon attached. This card gets +1/1. Lovely. Trigger Victrix, especially if you're playing with Kargan, boom, like straight away you're a 4/4 because you're almost always going to have your Kargan with a weapon. I mean, if you don't on the turn you play him, you will do the next turn more than likely. I'm assuming that Fang Yin, the Warden of the Inferno, is the dragon spirit that Kargan takes on. Now, there's nothing, I'm not really basing that on anything. Just that's the way I feel it will work. Like Green Dragon, there's a lot of Green Dragon Kargan stuff, you know, and he breathes fire. It just makes sense to me. We know Kargan's like when he awakens, he gets experience of the dragon. What do they call him? God damn, my memory is. I've had too much alcohol today, I think. What we all drinking? It's Saturday night. Who won the football? I know England won the rugby, but didn't manage to actually see much of the any of the football. Rugby is priority number 1 in this house. Yeah, so Sentinels, Destroyers, and Saviors. I'm going, this guy's a Destroyer. This one is the Saviors. And I'm basing that plainly on, if you look at this, it's got that helix thing that you see in a lot of medical stuff. Oh, you can't see it, it's right behind my head. Hang on. There we go. So it looks like that medical symbol. If you've seen like a lot of, you know what I mean, that like double helix of the medication, blah, 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 blah. So that's why I'm guessing these are the Saviors. It makes sense that the design aspect of that goes in with Saviors. To me, at least. Let me just place that back up here. Iron Piston doesn't have one. Oh, yes, he does. Sorry. He's a Destroyer, I think, judging by that. It's probably on the board game page. Let's just have a flick through the board game page before I make myself look like more of a fool. No, it doesn't actually specify who's what. Yeah, it doesn't specify who's what, but that's my guesses. And yeah, Iron Piston, I think he's going to be a Destroyer, judging by that symbol. Destroyers, it sounds like it's going to be the bad guys, for lack of a better word. And the symbol again for this one, because it's got the shield, Sentinel, Protector, Shield, makes sense. Well, it makes sense to me. If it doesn't make sense to you, then please do tell me what you think. Where did we get to? So we did Rancorous Charge, didn't we? No, we didn't. We just looked at it. This was the first clash buff. Target attacking contender gets +2/2 and trigger victory. If you control less clash cards than a defending opponent, you may send target weapon to oblivion. Again, it's not, I don't think it's bad at all. But the way using my I mean, I love the fact it goes draw a card in there, clash buff with a draw a card. Love it. One of my favorite clash buffs is the Kilimanjaro one. That's the name is escaping me. Under pressure, draw 2, discard 1, or sorry, draw 1, discard 1. What is it? No, it is draw 2, discard 1. Brain foggy. Sorry. And And you get to send the target weapon to oblivion, which is good because if you're going to be hitting that onto, I don't know, let's say, what was the other Thragor card? 5/3. You give him the 7/5 or whatever it would be, and then you can destroy a weapon. I mean, that's pretty beastie. Second clash buff, mechanized smash. So again, another destroyer because I don't know any different. Target attacking contender gets +1/1 to the end of the turn. If that card has a weapon attached, it gets +2/1. Instead, discover, you may put this card in your hand. When this card was diminished, this trigger this effect. So if you get your card diminished, you smash it straight into your hand. Easy. I'm assuming that is what discover is going to be across the board. Again, there's a lot of these new keywords that I presume will be answered, all the questions in the rules as and when they come up. This was our first IR. Kyle Cacao. Just, I mean, look at it. That's just so cool. I mean, this man, this artist is awesome. Kyle Cacao. He also did the cover. Look at this. He did the cover too, and his work is amazing. He also did a lot of the art for one of the Pestilence IR cards, which is one of my favorites, which is absolutely incredible as usual. Trigger attack, diminish 1 card. If you do, this card gets +1. Again, flowing into a Kilimanjaro theme, but diminishment instead. So it's not discard. Interesting. That card is a non-trap accessory. This card gets +2 until the end of the turn. A little bit of an element of luck in there, but still beastie nonetheless. I like this. I wonder if she's going to come up as a character in the game. I don't know. Because obviously you've got your Iron Piston. Who's this? Who's this lady? Who's this lady dwarf right here? Steaming him down, giving him a hot steam shower. While he's got his leather helmet out. I don't know. Yeah, Christ. We know this card. It's just got much nicer artwork. Don't get me wrong. I love the old school artwork, and the fact that they've added up the, they've put the errata on there. Just, yeah, perfect. Perfect. I'm really hoping that they do this for all of them. I know they've announced this one and augmented. Yeah, it's augmented next. I can see it there. But yeah, I really hope they do it for all of them and they all get new stuff. I think they said 6, I think. Augmented reality, not one I actually play. It's a Lyn card, but I think Lyn is getting, will get a good buff this turn. See, this would be really nice in my deck, but you can only play it if it's a blue rogue. So yeah, all right. Limits you to Haven and Lyn, basically. So this is the Covenant one. Cadavros, the Vile Virtuoso, who is my, as it stands, my contender of choice for this set. He fits in well with my Pestilence obsession, basically. I know he's discarded, but yeah. Interestingly, Cadavros doesn't have a symbol like the others. Not on this card, anyway. This card is discarded from your hand by a contender effect. You may draw a card. Diminish 2 cards. If you do, your contender gains 1 health. Nice. Fair enough. So, the question obviously this is the Covenant exclusive one, hence the Covenant symbol, I guess. I'm guessing there will be a normal version of it as well. The thing that gets me with this really is the fact that it's got the action. Now, I'm interested to know how actions are going to work. Because obviously at the moment you've got your quick, your counterplay, action cards, and your other etcetrans. But the way I'm reading this is you can just do it. Like, if you've got this on the board, you can engage him, diminish 2 cards, and you can tender gains of health. I mean, does that make sense? Or am I talking absolute gibberish? I don't know. I feel like that's how it's going to work. But the artwork here is lovely. Again, I really want to like talk about stuff that I've read and done stuff, but I can't do it. Oh, action is a new keyword for during your primary phase. Right, I did not know that. Where did you see that? I don't disbelieve you. I'm just curious as to where I've missed it from. So, yes. Right, so you can do it at any point during your primary phase. Right. So diminish your 2 cards, and if you do, you can tender gains of health. Well, fair enough. I did not know that. Interesting. Interesting. The Prophet of Despair. One momento. Hopefully everything won't go weird and you won't start seeing a big green backdrop cloth in the background. I'm just going to go get another beer. Oh, right. I think it was on a Covenant stream. Oh. Well, there you go. That's probably why, because the Covenant always stream on a Wednesday when we're playing games. And as much as I try and watch them back, I rarely get the time, and it's really annoying because they always announce a load of cool stuff on the Covenant streams. So that makes this card, right, so I'm reading this card differently now that I know that. So I've read this card and been really interested by it regardless. Sorry, I'm pouring. Ugh. We're on the Hobgoblin Session IPA. Not sponsored, other beers are available. Though this one is very nice. Apparently I'm getting old because I now drink IPAs instead of just having a can of Foster's, but it is very tasty. Right, so an action during my primary phase, now that I know, discard a clash card with a specific resource cost less than or equal to your resource count. If you do, you can put target discard a clash card in your Oblivion with initial resource cost of equal to X in your clash zone. X is the specific resource cost of the discarded card. Nothing at all. I'm slowly working my way through. This is just my favorite one I found. Clash card you control get triggered defeat. This clash card has and if this clash card and an opposing clash card were defeated during this clash, your contender gains 1 health. So he's a low cost, a low health. He's got 1 defense. He's also got the savior symbol, which is interesting. as he discarded, and he's called Prophet of Despair. So that kind of counteracts each other, in my opinion. But we'll see. We'll see how they come around. So obviously, at any point, if I've got 5 resource costs, I can discard a clash card with 5 or less resource cost and put a clash card from my Oblivion with 5 or less from my Oblivion into my clash zone, engage, where X is the specific resource cost of that card. So discard 1, get 1 back. Interesting mechanic. Encourages you to discard cards because I believe it is also green Thragor. I'm almost positive will come up in a minute that he can only be played from Oblivion. So that's where this guy gets it. It's basically a card for this contender. There are other cards that can bring death, etc. But I like this guy's aesthetic. He's got like anybody that's ever played 40k, like an Orc Mad Doc vibe to him, I think. But yeah, I just like it. Plus, I'm really fond of the 1 defense cards at the moment. I think they're really underrated. I think maybe not underrated, but overlooked, definitely. There you go. This card can be played from Oblivion and can't be put into play from played from hand. The Dread Titan Thragor. Again, artwork ripped straight from the comic book. That's all I'm saying. You may recognize the hair from another card we've seen. And the mace, maybe. But yeah, you got Breakthrough and Unrivaled. Card costs a black and green less if you control both a Thragor and a Kadavros card. So you're almost always going to have a Kadavros card, if in my opinion, because you will have him as your contender. And it's in your Oblivion. Cards in Oblivion can't be affected by opponent's cards effect, so you can't get banished cards from your Oblivion. So you want this guy in your Oblivion as quick as possible. And then you get +1/1 for every clash card in every Oblivion. Which, I mean, at 9 cost, that's mental. So if you think that's a 9 cost with at least 3 black and 2 green, then if you take out your Thragor and Kadavros card, it's 2 black, 1 green. So you're down to what, 7-ish? Yeah, 7. So by turn 7, you can, in theory, be getting this beast out. And by turn 7, there could be a hell of a lot of clash cards in every Oblivion. So in... Oh... I was going to call it the other one then, the magic one, but it's not, is it? What the hell's it called? Gambit. In Gambit, this will be an absolute monster. And PvE. A monster. You could, I mean, it doesn't say there's an upper limit. So, I mean, in theory, you could have +15. So this guy's hitting for a 17-17. He's unstoppable. In theory. In theory. I mean, this is a legendary, so it's not... I didn't realise that was a legendary. Oh, wow, okay. Oh, right. Right. So I'm just going to close my door. Lights are on and bugs. Now I'm going to draw my curtains so people outside can't see the very big green. What's going on? I did not click that this guy was a legendary. In all honesty. Wow. I wonder if he's going to have... I reckon he's going to be your AR. So it's either going to be that or our reveal one. The ARs are generally one of the legendaries. Or at least they have been. So we'll see. Either way, that card's a beast. We've got high impact. Clash card, Magnitude 10. Again, taken straight from the Kilimanjaro effect. 10 cards in your Oblivion, you get +1/1. If you've watched any of the gameplays where I play as Kilimanjaro, I think he's massive. Again, another one that's massively underrated. He does really well every time I play him, and I don't play him enough. Discover, so if obviously it gets diminished and you find it, target clash card gets +1 to the end of the next clash. I mean, it's interesting they've changed this to the end of the next clash from turn. But got Bronze Bracer Shield, exclusive. Whenever your contender attacks, you may engage this card, and if you do, your contender gets +1/1. End of the clash. Yep. Bit self-explanatory. Bit of a beast. Put it on. In fact, I'm pretty sure this card featured in Pack's video with his Iron Piston combo. But yeah, like it. And then we had another contender, Thragor the Brutal. 30 health. 1 attack. When this contender would take clash damage, the first time each turn, diminish a card. If you do, prevent X clash damage, where X is equal to the number of the specific resources on that card. That is hella good. If you've got lots of high cost clash cards in your deck, you are in theory blocking everything, if your luck holds, of course. And a trickle attack, if you control less clash cards than your opponent, this card gets +1/1 and brutal 1 until the end of the clash. Now again, brutal is one that's has escaped me. I would imagine it maybe does an extra damage. I don't know. I'll have to look it up. Probably one that's been announced on a Covenant stream that I didn't watch. But yeah, lovely, interesting card. Very tanky. Gonna be a bitch to deal with, I think. I think that'll be a very strong contender. I kind of want to... Oh, there you go, look. We can go... How many more have we got these? We've got loads of these left, right? My idea was to go through all of these. We might doing a bit more rapid. This, I love this card. The whole planet being visible of Bardaga, War's home planet. Seems to be quite a central planet in the story, which the way the story's going. Obviously, they've moved it into different zones here. I don't know much more than that. There's a portal. I imagine it's got something to do with that, but who knows? Enter. If you control less clash cards than target opponent, that player must send a clash card they control to Oblivion. Nice. For a 3-cost clash ground. Nice. Start your turn. Target. Discard a clash card gets +2/1 to the end of your turn. And I'm guessing that means every turn. Otherwise, it seems a bit pointless, but that's a nice... I think that's a really nice card. It's a shame it's in a black, because I would like that in... It kind of means you kind of have to go black-green with Kadavros, but yeah. Or I have to go black-green. Thragor Fortified, 6 cost, 8 attack, 6 defense. That's astonishing. You can't attack contenders. Send 2 non-token clash cards you control to Oblivion. If you don't, send this card to Oblivion. You deal clash damage to a contender, you do that much damage +1, a bit like Scorched Earth. Aha! Thank you very much, Mr. I've been watching the streams and listening. And not just playing pretend at being good at this game. Is actually good at this game. So you need non-token clash cards. So there's got to be something else that's coming that's going to give you non-tokens. Because that strikes me as being part of a Thragor deck. Again, like I say, said it a lot, I'm not a card deck building guru. But yeah. This is obviously the lovely, lovely card you will get with your comic book. This one. Again, same card, different artwork. Same card, different artwork. What is this one for? I don't actually know which one's which. I think that was the States. That one was Philippines. That one's ours. And that one is, well, that's the Covenant exclusive one. So maybe that's the States then. Again, that is ripped straight from the comic book. If you can read that, which you can't, spoiler alert. That's what I'm saying. I know who that is. Interesting. And it's the main reason it leaves you wanting more. But yes, trigger challenge, remove a bounce counter from a clash card you don't control. If you do, deal X damage to a target card, where X is the specific resource cost of the card you remove the bounce counter from. Interesting. Danny, do you know what challenge is? Has that been announced? Because that's one that's been bugging me for ages. Start your turn, put a binding counter on a target clash card you don't control. I'm yet to see how that one will work. Whether I think we need to see more of the Shadowblade, Mechadralia cards. These guys, girls, the tech elves seem to be the ambush cards this turn. Shadowblade is a very stealthy character. That's all I was saying. Don't think so. Not fair enough. That's one we haven't heard yet. That's your iconic art box topper. Same one we saw earlier. Kogheim. Again, this looks so cool. The planets are awesome. Clash cards get trigger, defeat, diminish one card, enter, you may draw a card. Diminish is going to be massive in this, isn't it? It's got to be. Going to have to be. Guess is that it triggers, you enter a clash with another clash card rather than a contender. Could be. So you're challenging another clash card. Yeah, that makes sense. Let's see what you're getting at there. My favourite artwork I've seen, because it's featuring Mad Doc Cadavros and Big Bad Thragor, Predator Guy as we're calling him. Again, I don't want to give too much away. Cacao doing amazing artwork again. But this is the card for it. Trigger, enter, return a discarded clash card. The resource cost of 2 or less from your Oblivion to play engaged. Now I like this because I like from your Oblivion to play engaged actually doesn't seem as good as I thought it was. But then again, there's a lot of cards we haven't seen, so there may be a lot of trigger enter effects that could be good. But either way, the artwork's lovely. We're rapid fire going through this. This is the one that we got the privilege to reveal. The Iron Piston mech suit. Another legendary. So attach it, presumably with the brackets there, you can only attach it to Iron Piston. Reduce 2 if you diminish 3 cards. Attach cards at +1/1. Your contender will be dealt damage. Prevent that damage and diminish X cards or X amount of damage being dealt. So again, if you want to, in theory, you could just keep diminishing cards and never take damage. So, yeah, makes him very good. And we also know if you diminish 10 cards you can ready him up again with the weapon on. Synthetic Surge, I missed this one. Oh, so it's a clash buff for green. Target card gets +1/1. Send a non-token clash card you control to Oblivion. I'm guessing the token clash cards are going to be in the Kadavros discarded region, because it all just seems to be screaming that to me. If you do, target clash card you control gets +3/+3. Then draw a card. So, okay. That's pretty cool, actually. Choose one, target card gets +1/1 until the end of turn, or you can discard a clash card. I like that. I like that. That strikes me as being good. Strikes me as being good. The Whisper Network's agenda. Now, the Whisper Network, I know a bit more about them as of today, but they're not what you'd think looking at this. And when you read the comic, be aware of their names. Characters in the Whisper Network, no spoilers, just have another check of their names. That's all I'm saying. I really like what they did with the naming convention, and it's really good of them. Trigger enter, exhaust this card. Fair enough. It's got safeguard. The relic, engage, banish this card. If you do, pay an amount of resources equal to the additional resource cost of a target clash card your opponent controls. If you do, gain control of that card and ready it. Interesting. Not massively up on... I don't know. Could be good. I mean, if you have the ability to take control of the opposing player's big fella, where's he gone? If you can take control of your opponent's one of these, you're laughing. But whether you'll be able to do that or not, I don't know. I'd be interested to know if you can. We've got another Clash Ground. Okay, so that is... I think I know where this artwork comes from, because I haven't seen it. I'm not going into it. No. Not saying anymore. Yeah, right. It's so hard to not give stuff away. Honestly, it's so hard to not give stuff away. Because I really want to talk about it, but literally being the only person that's read it is really horrible, because you can't talk to anyone. And it's a nightmare. Oh, trigger enter. Send target discarded to Oblivion. You do draw 3 cards, okay. Clash Ground leaves play. Your contender loses health equal to the number of cards in your hand. Not bad if you got a small hand, but that could potentially be very problematic, I guess. Devastating Blow is an action. Clash cards target opponent must get -2 until the end of turn. You may target clash card, tap out 1 or less to its owner's Oblivion. Okay, so that's pretty much a double hit for 3 costs. That's pretty cool. Then you may send a target clash card of power 1. Well, yes, it would be devastating if you've got a lot of 1-cost champions, but... Okay, again, another character I can't say anything about, but... Yep, right. I really should have done this before I read it, then I wouldn't be as... Yeah. Contains clash damage. You may engage as contender if you do engage a target clash card. Oh, right, sorry. Yeah, I read that really badly. When this contender takes clash damage, you may engage this contender and then engage someone else's clash card. So again, if you know they've got a big heavy hitter, they haven't done it yet, it kind of insists they hit with their heavy guys first against this one, because If they don't, you can just engage it and stop them from attacking. So if you know that's going to happen, you can be aware of it and ready to counter it, I guess. Opponents can't play clash buffs while attacking this contender once it gets below half health. The first action card played by an opponent during their turn costs 1 more to play. I actually quite like this. I think this will be the... I like that. I think that's quite interesting. Again, it's a low health, 1 defense card, and that seems to be my go-to at the moment. Clash buff. Target attacking card gets +1/1. Target defending card gets +3/-1 until the end of the clash, then draw a card. Okay. Attacking. So if you're defending, you get +3 attack, but you risk it dying easier. Okay, yeah, fair enough. I can see how that goes. This is one of the coolest looking cards, I think. And again, another thing I can't talk about, but yeah. Whenever there's so much I can't say. Yeah. Yeah, right, okay. Reset. Recock, realign, re-engage. Exclusive. Whenever you resolve a trigger victory effect, you re-engage this card if you do ready target card with a weapon attached. I think white is going to have a lot of weapons again. That's my particular take on this. This is Gweniel, Merciful Progenitor. I haven't come across this character. Daniel-san is calling me. I'm just going to tell him to go away. Daniel-san, I'm streaming. Go away. Okay. Right. Yes, I can't say anything because I'm streaming. Believe me, this stream is incredibly difficult because I'm looking at the cards going, I can't talk about that. I want to talk about that character. I've said Dan's on the phone, but I can't say anything. Yeah. Well, there's a what? Yes, yes. Yes, I've already thought. Go away. I can't talk about this. Good idea. Yeah. Bye. Yes. Bye. Dan has also read the comic. He knows we can't talk about anything. Yet. Gweniel, Merciful Progenitor. I don't think this character come up. I don't remember it. I'm sure it will. Because as we know, a lot of this artwork is ripped straight from the comic book. There he is. Speak of the Devil. That is Mr. Ponique. Or Papa Pon. Welcome, sir. At the start of your turn, if you have 4 or less cards in your hand, you may have target contender gain 1 health. Fair enough. Nice and simple. Yep. Not much more to say about that. We're not going to look at the IA because it's the same, but this artwork is lovely. Again, Cow Cacao doing absolute bits. Counter attack, engage a clash card you control. If you do, prevent the next 3 damage. Target card will be dealt this turn. If all the damage is prevented this way, draw a card. Engage a clash card you control. If you do, prevent the next 3. I like that as an accessory. White's looking interesting to me the more I've seen this. Message retracted. Okay. Oh, so they did announce Shadowblade before. I knew they did. So there is still definitely one more contender. There is certainly one more contender. I don't know. Has it been out yet, Mr. spoiler season? Have you seen anything about a new contender yet? I know Avalo was hinting. I think Avalo knows. Yeah, Avalo definitely knows. He was trying to get us to guess what it was. I think I said red, but it is I'm almost positive. Welcome back, Gravecrawler. I'm almost positive the last elf is going to be the one with the mace. And I was thinking that before, but since reading what I've read today, I'm even more sure it's going to be the one with the mace. But I don't know. Ooh, what you cracking? What are you cracking? Oh, that's what I was going to ask you, Gravecrawler. Did your stuff from Card Vault arrive? Because I know you pre-ordered stuff, didn't you? Did it actually turn up? Was there no problems with it? Piercing Strike, target attacking card gets +2, and trigger challenge, you may put a mounted counter. If you do draw a card, trigger challenge, you may put a bounty counter on a target clash card you don't control. If you do, draw a card until end of turn. Oh, sorry, I missed the word "and" there. I was just wondering what that was. Trigger target get +2 attack, and you can put a pattern counter and draw a card. I like that. I think that's a pretty nice clash buff in general, to be fair. Clash Grounds and Equilibrium. Lovely. Oh, good. I'm glad it did, because I was a bit, when you said you were getting it from there, I was a bit unsure, because we weren't, just purely because of what was going on at the time. So I have ordered from them before, but it was a while when we first started getting into this. When I first started getting into this, but yeah, they are pretty good from what I yeah. It's prices. The thing that got me with them is the prices. I can't see how they're getting away with it. That's all I'm saying. Rumor is Alpharasta has crafted some powerful artifacts in celebration of the Gambit. Again, ripped straight from. Is it actually? I can't remember. May only play this card if the portal is open. 1 cost. 2. Yeah, fair enough. Yep, is what it is. There's not really anything special about that. Epic Ambush Bad Company. This is one of the coolest arts they've done so far, in my opinion. Obviously, we know a bit more about this champion and who she is. Champion, contender. The ambush cards are going to be Alpha Hunters, so that's also interesting if you ask me. Because obviously it was before pretty much all discarded, wasn't it? So to have Alpha Hunters that can ambush is quite interesting to me. It's really nice. Like, the art in general for this set is really good. But this cyberpunky elf mech people, it's just sick. Like, I want to see more about Mechadralia. Yes, I completely agree with you. I think it's a pretty good card. Contender deals damage to an opposing contender. You may pay 4 and then basically crash it out. And then when your contender deals damage to an opposing contender, you may pay 4 blue. If you do, put this card into play so you can spring your ambush. Not only that, shh, Dan, shh. Can't say anything. That may have given away something that I didn't say earlier. Depends if people were listening. But yes, wild. Don't say anything. I don't want to get in trouble. Then you can also put another Shadowblade Clash card with initial resource cost of 3 and less. So you hit with your contender. You spring this, you hit for 5, you then get another one with 3 or less to hit again. So what, you're looking at least, I don't know, let's call it 8 damage in a turn there, I would say. This guy is also, so the arm apparently looks a bit off. I don't see it. Personally, I don't see it. I think the Egyptian style artwork is awesome. I can't even say that. Jesus. I can't say that either. While the portal is closed, Kepri risks cash cards you control get plus. I wonder if it could be him. Horde Commander Alpha. Shoulder to Delta. I don't know where the deltoid is. Do you mean this bit? It does look a bit off, actually. Now you say that. Oh, thanks. Yeah, cheers for that. Do you mean, if you mean this bit? Yeah, I kind of see what you mean, and that's really annoying. Oh, man. I don't care, I still like it. While the port is closed, cash cards get +1/1, nice and easy. Trigger victory, put a clash card with an initial resource cost of 1 from your hand into play. If you do, send that card to Oblivion at the end of your turn. So a free 1 cost that you have to get rid of. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. It's a nice epic. And he's got, I can't remember what this sword's called, but they're really cool. They have them on, the Dothraki have them in Game of Thrones, and the Anubis warriors in The Mummy. The hooked blades, like it's, yeah, cool as cool can be. Again, return a discarded clash card with initial resource cost of 2 or less from your Oblivion to play engaged. Yep, straight bag, boom, bring it back, get a go. It's another Oz card I really like in blue this set. I completely agree with you. Green discarded are definitely, as it stands, without seeing everything, my go-tos this set. And it will be where I'm trying to go. Whether I include these in a new deck, I don't know. We've got the IR with that amazing artwork again. So this is the box art. Don't know who this elf is, but Avalo did say there is a spoiler on the box art about who the contender is. So my guess is it's either him, or if you look at the box art, there's that big dude. So yeah, I mean, this is your 3 cost that you can put in. So defending player reveals top card of their deck. Defending contender loses equal health to that card's initial risk cost unless it's in that card's counters. So yeah, right. If you've got bounty counters out and you're doing your ambush with this guy or girl, and then you put out this one, not that one, this one. Yeah, there's a lot of combos there with blue. Ambushing Alpha Hunters, and then you've got a stealth suit. Alpha Hunters and Rogues get +1/1. Whenever a card you control is ambushed, you may attach this without paying its attached cost. So straight up free +1/1. So it's like Moxie's sidearm for free, basically. Which is, I mean, that's cool. And we're actually getting to the end of this because that's all they've announced. And this is why I said, because if you look at the first card we looked at with the Paladin Elf Mace girl, and then you look at Anzudak the Wrathbringer, this is why I say someone at the design team has either been played, or in the process of playing Warcraft, because look at it. I don't get me wrong, this is not a bad thing, and I want to stress this enough. It is not a bad thing. Let's just see if I can find a good picture for you. There you go. No, oh, what's going on here? Get away. I just want to see images. Images. There you go. Let's go back to this, and then we'll go to this, and then we'll switch that to that one. That one. Tell me that doesn't look like Anzadak the Wrathbringer. Just tell me it doesn't. I love it. Don't get me wrong. I love it. I think it's awesome. But yeah, it's so cool. And there's not really anything you can say. It's basically Warcraft, but it's not. I really hope there's some decent other art cards. I really hope this guy gets one of the iconics. So we've seen, I think, 3 iconics. 1, 2, 3. So we've seen 4. So if it follows conventions of everything else, there'll be another iconic art, and I really hope it's something to do with Anzadak. Last night's card was Elven Upgrade. 3, 4. Oh, right, sorry, you're counting. Yeah. The first non-ambush trap during an opponent's turn, this card gets +1 until the end of the turn, then you may draw a card. When you resolve a Wrath effect, again, another keyword, I don't know the, you may deal 1 damage to a clash card. Reveal a Dragon Clash card from your hand with a resource cost greater than the card triggering this effect, and then put that card on the bottom of your deck if you do resolve the rest of the effect. Yes, I did see that, actually. The 1 cost red on the Discord. Instagram. I thought it would be on here. Interesting it's not. Dragon Clash card you control gets Enrage 1. Yeah, I think this is going to be... I didn't know you were getting a spoiler card. Nice, Gravecrawler. Oh, wicked. I didn't realise you were getting one. I thought they were finished. Let's go back. Where is it? Yeah, I think the dragon is going to be a big favorite of everybody, and there's going to be a lot of people wanting to play it. What date are we on? The 6th of September. Christ, there's loads left. I thought they were done. I genuinely thought they were done with this. What's this? So 6th. What are we on the 6th? 13 September. Gleb with a Mustache, Magic Arcanum, Scotsman, Fluke and Box. What game next? Oh, right, so you missed yours and they've rearranged it for you. That's good of them. Oh, right. Well, there's still a lot. I reckon, let's have a look at this. My guess here, if yours is the 14th, that would make sense because they technically haven't got one here. So if they've swapped you into there, that makes perfect sense. Dr. Atlas. Ah. Okay. Oh, it's that guy. Okay. Do you see why I've looked at who Dr. Atlas is, Dan? I hope you really do realise that, because I was wondering who that was supposed to be earlier, and now I know. I reckon they are going to do the last contender on one of these. I reckon. That's my guess there. Mr. Hamilton's got one. Okay, interesting. No. In the second page with the others like this. And the other ones, like we were talking about earlier, that we can't talk too much about, but he was one of the characters. We didn't until now. Right, what should we do now? We're going to have probably about another 10-15 minutes of streaming here. And then we're going to be sacking it. Shall we have a look at some decks and see what's going on in the world of deck building? Because that way I can't be encouraged to talk about the comic book. We got Death, Black White Progs Gambit deck, Krung Pros Gambit deck, Genesis Alpharasta Ramp. Oh, October 12th. October 12th, if you didn't know, is the next Awakening. And oh, look, there's mine. If you didn't know, October 12th is the next Awakening. We're hoping to get more players this time. I'm pretty sure the regulars will be there. We've got some new players that are attending many Wednesdays that have said they're coming to join in this time. Hopefully the reigning European champion will not win again. We're doing, as Devils just said, excuse me, we're doing a draft event with, hopefully with the new set, depending on release date, on October 1st. PvE support with a Shadowlight. Okay, interesting. Been thinking about doing Shadowlight for my PvE deck. I don't like looking at decks on the Clash Ground as much as I do. I don't at the same time. I prefer it on here. I was already logged in, giving away stuff. I think would be 20 plus is a very good estimation. We were estimating 20. No, we were estimating 15, weren't we, last time? And we got 13, I think, if I remember off the top of my head. And it was a really good day. We learned some lessons. We've got some things to do with it. So, I don't know. Let's have a look at this guy's deck. Anybody got a deck they want me to look at on stream? And we'll talk about it. Because I'm kind of just picking random ones. And I know nothing about Torque other than he plays red. And he needs 4 Here Comes the Booms in it. And then this uncontrollable guy. But yeah, that looks like a pretty standard Torque deck to me. $215 according to this. According to this. That's... Come on, put a link in. Someone put a link in for a deck and we'll have a look at it. Or tell me a contender you're interested in playing and have no idea about, and we can have a look at it. Major Dean for Gambit. Okay. Okay, black green. Interesting. Moxie's Power Armor. We've got red in there as well. Ooh. That's... okay. That's interesting they've got that in there. Obviously the portal being quite needed for Major Dean. I'm still trying to get my Major Dean decks to work. I have built a new one. I don't know if it's on here actually. My collection. Let's have a look. Is this the one that I did recently? No, that's one. Is that the one I did recently? I don't know. I can't remember which one I did. I've got so many decks I've been making. Why can't we? There, right. So this is my latest incarnation of Newer Pestilence. I've tried it once, changed it since then. This worked fairly well. I did lose the game, but only because of being massively outdamaged. I mean, there's nothing. Can't really sugarcoat it more than that. I was massively outdamaged, but I learned some lessons from it, and I've changed things since. So this is the latest one I've come up with, because I obviously really like Pestilence, and I really want him to work. I'd love to go into detail about playing how I play my old Pestilence, but that will give everybody in the league my secrets that hasn't played me yet. So we're not doing that. So the idea I've gone with in this, obviously, main thing is getting your Defilers vials. My personal opinion is you want at least one. Well, obviously you need at least one. You need at least two. Once you've got two out, you're in a good place, and you've got a steady income of toxic counters per turn. That mean you can for the later game. You know what I mean. You've got them building up, ready to go late game, and you start dishing them out. Blah 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 blah. Now, I've got a couple of bits in here that are a bit ommy and ahry. The Clarity Bard Omen was added in because I like the card, and it means they're going to give you. Morak is an absolute monstrosity. I have now pretty much, if I play black, Morak almost always goes in it now. I've learnt about it. Yes. Having the extra, having anyone that draws outside of the draw step, having to pay a resource is massive, I think. So that's why I've included two in there. I took out two Plague Forge scraps because I think that 4 was too many. You just didn't need it. So the game plan, basically, I've worked out with this. Build up your toxic counters. Knock down with your contender while using infestation. Once you've got rid of your infestations, then you attach a Shackle Blade. Because obviously if you attach a Shackle Blade, you can't use your Clash buff. So you kind of want to get them out first. Now, you can obviously save them for later times. Because you've got some pretty hard hitting cards. Where is he? Where is he? Your Harbinger, etc. I've also changed. Oh no, I did put it in. Dreadful, yeah. Your Plaguebringer and Putrid Contagion are both big hitters. Oh, nice. Getting a backpack from is a very, very big result. It definitely is. Yeah, so the whole point of this is to build up toxic counters, get them dished out, play a Noxious Alleyway. And if you don't know about Noxious Alleyway, move a toxic counter, blah, 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 blah. Clash cards get -1 attack for each toxic counter on them. And if they control a Clash card with a toxic counter, the contender loses 1 health. So it's a double whammy. Then you get this guy out. And specifically for this line here. That means they're stuck with Noxious Alleyway. So until they get rid of the whole point I was trying to make around this is you keep that and then you protect Trug. So as long as Trug is protected, they can't clash ground you, which means they're going to be losing health. Blue. Yeah. Well, blue-green is how I play the old one, definitely. I haven't looked at blue-green for this one. But this is why I like this. Because once you've got Noxious Alleyway out, and you get this, as long as you're protecting Trug and dishing out toxic counters, either they have no attack, or if they've got enough attack to get over the toxic counters, you block, you defend Trug, and then you just keep hitting with Shackle Blade, which is giving you the 2 attack, and you can add it up if you want, and you're drawing cards from that. I still think it needs a bit of work, but I think the idea is there, and it will work with a bit of tweaking. But you can see the basic idea I was going for here. Get toxic counters out. Pestilence Plaguebringer is obviously really good. You minus 3/3. Takes things down. You've got your Mayhem Maker. Mayhem Maker is rapidly becoming my favorite card of the game. I just like everything about it. That never really came up. Infectious Presence, again, good for bashing out toxic counters. You get the bonus of non-Harbingers getting -2. Yes, it does negatively affect Rizlak, Morak, Trug. Morak's obviously good because it doubles his damage to alphas. So even though he's got the -2, he's still doing two alphas. So it's good. Future Contagion, discard a card. And if it's a non-clash card, you lose 3 health. Start your turn if the portal's open, which we want it to be. Trigger enter effects as though it happens every play. So that's, if you've got the golden trio, was what I call it on this. You've got your Contagion guy out, the portal open, and the Noxious Alleyway. I don't know, in all honesty. I haven't seen enough cards. I think there's going to be there's got to be something that will fit, because whether it's discarded or Harbinger, I don't know. It could completely change the way this plays. This, I mean, you got to remember, this is based purely around this sets that we've got access to. So yeah, feel free, if you're playing on TTS or something, to give this a whirl. It's actually a fairly cheap deck as well, in the grand scheme of things, because there's nothing mental in here. Decimation's probably your worst card to buy. Maybe Morak once more people figure him out and realise how good it is. Well, we know the Harbingers will be in the set, but it's whether... Jesus! Clarity Warhammer and a Haberman's backpack. Someone's getting their luck out. Because you're watching the stream. That's what it is. We're bringing you good fortune. Congratulations. Let's have a look. See, this is what have I got in here? Good deck by Asta. This is just ones I've been messing around with. I don't even know if there's actually cards in it. Oh, apparently I did put cards in this one. This was just a load of stuff I kind of slapped in. I don't know whether it would work or not. But yet to be tested. Again, there's black in it, so there's more action. I don't really know much. Genesis interests me because of the being able to play from both hand and resource. So I kind of wanted to get him to work, but I don't know. 5 color enter staple Asta. That is insane. That's my conquest. I don't know what was in this. What was in this? Was that another? I don't know, another Dean one I was messing around with. What was this one? Oh, that was just a mono green one. I kind of wanted to get these involved, but again, I can't really get it to work very well. But yeah, what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to end it there because we've had a very nice stream. We've had some interesting talks. We've had some good chats, and we've looked at some lovely, lovely cards. Oh. Should we? No, I can't. Yeah, the comic book will be making its way towards you soon. If you have ordered it from us, they will be getting 3 worst contenders in the game right now. In my opinion. Ooh. Oh, okay, I was about to stop, but you've got me thinking. You've got me thinking. Let's have a look. Shadowlight. Shadowlight I would definitely put up there. I would also put in... Oh. I think I'd agree Pestilence new. Definitely Shadowlight, 100%. I don't agree with Weber, personally. I think he could be very, very good. I actually would go Asta over Weber. Everybody I spoke to, or speak to, Asta's just not good. Unless you've got that card, he's useless. But again, that's my opinion. I don't know about Clarity. I think Clarity can, but then again, every contender I think has got potential to be very good. And I think because everybody was like, "Oh no, Pestilence is rubbish. It's just not working." I agree with the new version, but I just don't think the target has been unlocked yet. I think the ideas I've put into the old one will work well in the new one with blue, but I haven't seen it yet. Flare. See, I think Flair's got massive potential. I'm very much on the, let's Papa Pond's Moxie. I don't even know. I don't even know if this is good or not. I assume it is. Weapons Depot. That's a nice card, I think. I've clicked on the wrong one, but whatever. See, I think Flair could be very good. There's a lot of extra damage and stuff there. Like, yeah, there's a lot. My worst 3: New Pestilence, Shadowlight, Alpha Asta. Personal opinion. Don't hate. What was I saying? Yes, the comic book. If you've ordered it through us, it will be coming to you soon. Either Dan or Liam or Tara will be in touch with you about postage details. Payment details are all on the Discord. So if you are wanting one, and I really recommend it, the only thing you'll hate about it is it wasn't like 3 issues long, because I really want to read the next issue already, and I've got to wait like a month, and it's really annoying. But yeah, it will be coming to you. You will get it. It will come pretty much exactly as you see it here, with 2 of them probably put into the packaging. Whether they'll be in with the comic or not, I don't know, but they will definitely be in your parcel. We'll be with you in, I'm going to say by the end of next week, because I think that's a good estimate. Once we get everything sent out, you've got to remember this is the first time we're doing this, so you've got to bear with us. Everybody that has ordered one will get one. We will make sure of it, but there may be some hiccups, and we hope not. But you don't know what happens once you've sent it out, basically. And we will do our very best to get you one. The 1st of October, we have got a draft event. As long as Echoes of Eternity is out and working and it is there and ready to go, we're going to have an Echoes of Eternity draft event. If not, we're going to have a draft event with a Year of the Dragon box. October 12th, obviously, is The Awakening Part 2. Be there for that. It's going to be a blast. It's going to be a long day. There's no doubt about it. It was a long day last time, but it was a damn fine, fun day. And yeah, thank you very much for joining the stream. And I'll try and get another one of these out. I'll try and get a bit more regular with these. It's very hard to get it to work without completely disturbing and ruining my wife's evening as well. So, but we will. But yes, we will see you very soon. There will be a state of the Super Fun Happy League roundup tomorrow. It's been an interesting week. But that's enough about that. And also look out for my spoiler-free review of the comic, which will probably be Tuesday or Wednesday, I think. So even if it's spoiler-free, people have still had a chance to read it. But yeah, until then, thanks for watching. And